Howdy. I casually recorded the aurora yesterday, and hopefully there will be much more to capture in a few days, since there has been some filament releases from the sun today. And now let's just have a look at the capture in normal speed 1. So the camera takes every 5 seconds a picture. And this is how it looks when you just look at the normal recording in normal speed. And sometimes it's just a little bit too fast, at least in my opinion. The auroras move rather quickly, and sometimes it's hard to somehow get really the details and stuff. But you can see in a way there's flickering auroras. Now let's just have a look at this for a while. You can see how the stars are moving here. This one isn't moving at all. And that's a fast one. Have you seen that little thing here? And here we had a shooting star, I guess. Yeah, there was another one. And we are approximately looking north. Yeah, and obviously, as you can see, there isn't too much anymore going on here. Maybe these little streaks here in the sky are interesting. Maybe that's just something from the camera. I don't know. And then the day starts apparently. And since the camera has been in night mode, there is so much light that you cannot see basically anymore after a while. But now let's go to the beginning and look at the whole thing in a quarter of the speed, which is maybe a bit more realistic. We can see the normal greens, and at the beginning there hasn't been too much auroras, but you can see already now here how it's flickering, and there's like these little clouds here moving. I think they are clouds. Or let's say normal clouds, because the auroras, in my opinion, there are clouds too. There's another one here. The auroras are plasma, and I think normal clouds are plasma too. The auroras are hot, our clouds aren't. Now there seems to be some action kicking in here. Some flickering going on here. And if you watch it at this speed, you barely notice how the stars are moving or how we are moving. This makes much more sense, and it's much more easier to watch when it's a little bit slower in speed. It is yet still much too fast than original speed. Should be slowed down even more in order to get, in a way, the original speed. Maybe you have noticed something going on here, and we will take a look at this in a moment after we enjoyed still a little bit of the auroral display from last night. And I'm very intrigued by the auroras. They are talking about the charged particles. If there are charged particles, I'm pretty sure there must be a difference in how they react according to what they are made of. So I still think there should be, maybe it would be a good thing to launch a satellite or something in order to measure the constituency of CMEs more accurately. What are they made of? A CME is a coronal mass ejection, and if we are talking about mass, we have to assume that it is made out of something, and different materials react differently, and Earth will react differently to different materials. So I think we have already passed the peak of the auroral activity. Now let me show you something what I find really interesting. I don't know what it is. That's one of the reasons I'm making this video. And the next part of the video, we are watching at this little part of the picture. So it is a bit grainier, but we are focusing on this little corner of the whole picture. Now this is slowed down 10 times. And apparently when I made this video, I had something playing in the background.
One, the two sons of
Sounds an electric universe vibes with Velikovskys. Yeah, let's just take this because in a way fits to what we are. Now let's go a little bit further. Now I'm not too sure. That's the aurora. You can see the stars. This is the one that doesn't move. Maybe this is one of our planets. I don't know. That's the reason why this is moving. Didn't check, but here we have something behind the tree.
How?
And in a way, it seems that there's this kind of a beam going down there. Let me try something. Yeah, it works. Check it out. Maybe this is something from the university. I just happened to think of this a few minutes ago.
Ball.
And there seems to be, it seems to shine down, so to say. There's this kind of a beam going down here. Don't know. And for comparison, there in the background here, this little thing here, that's a light which is very far away. So this is a rather sharp picture for whatever we are looking at. Let's see if we can get closer. Now here it's very light. Let's see. This is standing behind the tree. Of course there is a tree in front of the thing. And it goes down here somewhere. Maybe it's some kind of triangulated yeah. And now here we have this one star. Let's call it Jupiter. Now let's go on a little. Now you can see here, this will go in a straight trajectory behind the tree, and when it's somewhere here, something else is going to happen, which is the first thing I actually noticed. And here you can see the mouse here. Because it's 10 times slower than original. Now this is going there behind the tree. And here you can see the mouse when I toggle with this little dot here in order not to waste too much of your time. Now let's just look. Let's just have a look of what's going on. Now it goes behind the tree. I don't know what this is. Looks interesting. Now let's put the sound off because it makes a U-turn and then it takes off. And here it seems to be longer. Oh man. That's the length of what we have. Let's zoom in just a little bit. Then it makes a U-turn. Now we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we only have 3 of those lights. 4. Yeah, maybe one was behind the tree. I don't know. So now let's go to this one corner here on the left. What we were just watching, that's from the original without, that's, now let's just have a look at this in original speed. I think we already skipped it. No. Whatever that means, original speed. Now it goes behind the tree. Our planet, or whatever that is, I don't know. I find this interesting. Now let's go to the beginning, approximately. There should be this one thing. First we have the bright one, and then we have the dotted one. Yeah, here we have it, the bright one, shining a light down. And it seems to go to the same place where the other one emerges. After this one goes behind the tree, let's go on a little bit quicker. Saving precious time. All right. I think that's about it for now. If you know what it is, tell me because I'm very eager to know. Maybe something very casual.